How you doing, guys? Quick video in response to my 2014 to 2015 video and a couple of the comments and private messages that I received. In a nutshell, the overall comments that I've got were positive on the new changes to the channel coming up. I have already talked to some people that I know that I want to do featured tractors on, and I've got their buy-in. The weather's just a little cruddy around here, so that it's going to be a few weeks before I get to do the first one. But I'm also going to include owner interviews. That way we get to meet the tractor and also the owner, and as well as maybe get a little story behind the tractor itself. I think that'd be interesting, and I'm putting together some montages and stuff so we can add into the videos to make them a little bit more interesting. So that's in the works. Two, one of the comments in the 2014-2015 video is if I do homemade tractors, or would I do a homemade build. I've done them in the past, and although it's a lot of fun and neat, at the end of the day, to keep the hobby running, I need to at least break even on my tractors. You know, I'm not a profiteer, as you can tell, because I don't really show my tractors coming and going and flip-flopping and all this stuff. I basically rebuild them, I keep them, and then if need be, if I find something better, I sell one to make space. And at that point in time, I typically try to sell them at a break-even situation. And that does not happen with home builds. So I've kind of steered away from the home builds. The second thing was the Power Pup. Holy cow. I get more emails and private messages and comments about the Power Pup. And it's like those videos, those two videos, I think I only have two, are always my top viewed tractor videos, actually the two about the Power Pup. Background on the Power Pup. Came out of northern New York. My brother found it and he dragged it home. Ultimately, him and I did a trade. I ended up with it. I put up the videos. It was a project that I was going to do, but ultimately my Panzer came up, and as you can tell from my videos, I'm pretty tight for space here in the garage, and then also out in the shed. I mean, I got them stacked up on top of each other. So for me right now, for me to gain another tractor, a tractor has to go. And that was the case at the time with the Power Pup. I had always wanted a T50, an early T50 Panzer. That one came up. It was basically all original. Everything was there, and it was in great shape. So I really had to have it. And in that case, the Power Pup had to go. So I horse traded it back to my brother. My brother hung on to it for a short period of time and ultimately sold it. And now the Power Pup is somewhere. I just texted him to see if he knew where the heck the Power Pup was. And he was like, dude, it's long gone. So in a nutshell, the Power Pup was a viable project, but my Panzer came up. The Panzer that I bought came up, and I just, at the end of the day, the Power Pup was another one of those kind of home built things. I would have put a ton of money into it, or a bunch of money into it, and ultimately never gotten anything out of it. And my desire for the Panzer was much higher than the Power Pup. So the Power Pup had to go. All right. Well, just wanted to say thank you. Just followed up with a couple of the comments and the private messages that I got, and a couple emails in reference to those two things. So I'm working on new videos. Actually tonight another RJ video is scheduled to go off. It's kind of interesting, just a little explanation about the rear pause on an RJ 35, and that's about it. All right, thanks, and we'll talk shortly.